Hey guys, it's Penguin Forces here, and I'm here to bring you guys a solo wizard fire build point of view gameplay. What a title, right? So we're going to be going ahead on here. One thing that I do want to explain here is the items, the skills, Paragon points, maps, and monsters. So we're going to be talking quite a while. Do expect a long video, but here we go. So we're going to be talking about items. There are four main items that wizards use for the fire hydrant build. There's going to be the furnace, there's going to be the sunkeeper, the devastator, and also the serpent sparker. Now, of course, when you do get an ancient item, of course it's going to be better than normal items, so do watch out for that. Just a short example could be if I find a ancient sunkeeper, I would be preferring to use it instead of a furnace, to be honest. And also another example is if I find a serpent sparker over a ancient devastator, probably be best to still use that ancient devastator. But enough of that. We'll talk about the items a bit more here. So the furnace, why is it good? Why is it so treasured? Why do people want this item so much? It is a two-hander, so it does get additional damage. It gets more damage, which is great. It also does have slow attack speed, and that's really good for the mammoth hydras because when they do apply the magma on the ground, the slower the attack speed, the more damage over time that they could get when they apply that magma. So it's great for the attack speed for wizards, and also it's very treasured for its increased damage against elites. Now, this furnace here, I'm not using it. Let's go and review it here real fast. The reason why I'm not using this one is it does have medium-high fire damage, natural raw damage, so 1681. It's okay. It's got pretty horrible stats, life per hit, and then also reduces all resource cost reduction is something that I don't treasure. And also, it does have a low increased elite damage, which is 43%. I do have an Ancient Sunkeeper. Let's talk about my items that I'm currently using. I do have an Ancient Sunkeeper, additional damage, and also it's got 10%. It's got increased elite damage and also that socket. So this one, I like it a whole bunch. I do like one-handers compared to two-handers only because of the Firebird's Eye. The Firebird's Eye, it makes it so you have lots of options. Because of the Firebird's Eye, I am wearing the 6-piece set with without the Roving of Grandeur. So that means that I can wear the Unity and I can wear the Stone of Jordan. But let's go ahead and talk about the items that I'm wearing. So we did talk about the Sunkeeper. We did talk about the Firebird's Eye and the options that I get. Let's go and talk about the amulets and also the rings. So rings, wearing the Unity, so I do get additional protection. Is going to be linked with Cormac. It's got intelligence. It always rolls critical hit chance. It always rolls increased elite damage. And I also rolled off the additional stat for a socket. And in that socket is Bane of the Trapped. Now, why Bane of the Trapped? Well, Bane of the Trap is a permanent skill stat. It's going to be permanent. It's always going to be with me. And I'm going to be getting 27% more damage when enemies are going to be frozen or slowed, any kind of crowd control. So it's going to be benefiting me. One thing I do want to say real fast is that this does not proc off your black hole. Just because black hole, it does pull in, it is crowd control, it is not affected by it. Now, why would I be using this then? Because of Cormac. Cormac, let's talk about him real fast while we're on this topic of being trapped. So, what does Cormac do that's amazing? Everything. He does everything amazing. So, let's talk about the amulet. Amulet, it's got a chance to pull in enemies towards your target and slow them. So that's great. We've already got one slow. We're going to be using the Unity so we could get more additional protection with the Enchanting Favor. Your follower cannot die. So again, additional protection from the Unity and the Enchanting Favor. We've got the Oculus Ring. I'll go ahead and explain that later. And also we've got the Freeze of Deflection. Blocking an attack has a chance to freeze the attacker for a certain amount percentage. So there's that right there. More crowd control. Now, why the Oculus Ring? Because you can stack attack speed with it. So right now I have 13 attack speed. How is that possible? Well, if you see it has 3 primary rolls. I basically rolled 2 stats for attack speed, and it is allowed. That's what the Oculus Ring is for attack speed. So you could go ahead and use this one for the item that I do not have with him, which is Thunder Fury. Now, what does Thunder Fury do? It's basically the core of Cormac, one of the cores, I guess you can say. So, what does Thunder Fury do? It slows enemies when he strikes at them, and also it reduces their attack speed. So, again, Thunder Fury, the more attack speed that I can get off it, the more slow that I can get, which is going to be helping Bane of the Trapped. So, what else is great about Cormac? Well, he's got a heal. Alright, that's great. More healing, more sustain. And also, he's got a slow. Enemies that hit or are hit by the Templar, they're slowed for 3 seconds. So, yeah, there we go. More slows. And then we've got our charge. This one doesn't really matter. And also, we've got our nether heal as well, too. So, everything that Cormac does is great. He's a disturbance. He is a physical unit. He's got crowd control. He's got heals. Alright, that's great. That sounds great. Let's go ahead and close this one out. Alright, so let's keep on going here. Let's talk about the belt while we're on it. So, belt. What's so great about this one? It can be a little hidden. It is in blue text, but the secondary role. The secondary is reduces all damage from melee attacks by 26%. And the RNG stat roll is 25 out of 30. So we've got a 26%er. This one is going to be lasting. It's going to be making us last a little longer, so we can go ahead and dish out that damage more. And the stats that we roll for primary are just some extra protection. Intelligence, vitality, we've got armor, and not quite the best, but we've got life per second. So this isn't, I do want to find a better string of ears, but this will get the job done. Let's talk about strong arm bracers. This one is really strong for wizards. So we've got fire skills, of course. We've got the intelligence, vitality, and critical hit chance. Those are the main roles, of course, for a bracer. But what makes this bracer special is the unique passive. Enemies hit by knockbacks, they suffer a certain amount of percentage for more damage in 5 seconds when they land. So that's going to be benefiting off of Black Hole. It is considered a knockback, so we are going to be getting that additional damage from it. Alright, so we were talking, let's go ahead and talk about the jewelry. Let's continue off it. So we've got the Stoner Jordan. It's a big steroid buff. It's a lot of damage. Fire skill, intelligence, increased elite damage, which is favored. And then also we've got that socket that we rolled on, which is the Eyes Stone of Vengeance. Now, what is important about this one? Well, let's read the unique passive. Damage you deal is increased by a certain amount of percentage for every 10 yards between you and the enemy hit. The maximum damage that I have is 30%. That's going to be increased at 50 yards. So basically, how is this going to help us? Well, we lay the damage over time, we lay our skills down, and then we keep moving on. So again, we're kiting. We're just moving away. And that's going to be helping us out, dish more damage. And then let's go and talk about the amulet. Intelligence, critical hit damage, critical hit chance. We've got the socket. Okay, alright, so average rolls, of course. But the one thing that makes this amulet special is it's the Mirage Kaleidoscope. So prevent all poison damage taken and heal yourself for 14% of the amount prevented. I'll go ahead and show you the stats there. And let's talk about the passive here real fast. Just because it heals doesn't mean that I'm going to sit on poison forever. I'm not going to be sitting there just bathing in poison. It's basically just another resistance. It's just basically more protection. So if I get hit by poison by accident, okay, I lived. Oof, I lived. So again, don't sit on the poison. There's a good chance that Frozen can be laying on it because you're just sitting there. There's a good chance that Thunderstorm's going to be applied up top of you because, again, you're just sitting there doing nothing. Don't stand still. You need to keep moving around. So don't bathe in the poison. Other than that, let's go ahead and talk about helmet, I guess. What's going to be making this one important? It's got the usual stats, intelligence, vitality, critical hit chance, but what's going to make this one important, in my opinion, is going to be the gem that's applied in it. Some people, they have experience gem, of course, to get more experience, and then also cooldowns. I favor cooldowns, and also the life percent gem. Some people prefer that one as well. Again, it's your opinion, not a problem at all. But the reason why I go for cooldowns is because of Black Hole. It's your core damage. Black Hole is your core damage, and also it's going to be your crowd control as well too. So the more crowd control that you can get, the more protection. So we've got the cooldowns there. Shoulders, real fast. These are just general protection stats. I would like to have cooldowns on them, but again, Shoulders are really hard to find. They always roll resource cost reduction, so you have to find a really good set of shoulders. We've got Mage Fist on. Now, the reason why we have Mage Fist right now, I wouldn't be using it, but the reason why I am is because I haven't found Lyrics Crown yet. After all this time, I still haven't found one. Again, we're favoring cooldowns for this build, so if we do apply the diamond in a Lyrics Crown, we get more cooldowns. But since we haven't found one, we're going to be using the Mage Fist, and it's going to be giving us additional damage. So you can go look at the stats there. I'm not going to be explaining it too much. And let's just go ahead and talk about Firebirds. So I'm going to read straight from here, the description. So dealing fire damage causes the enemy to take the same amount of damage over 3 seconds. So you're going to be trying to apply as much damage as you can. And when you get a certain amount of damage, it's going to be lasting forever. The enemy is going to be burning forever. And this is what the build is all about, Firebirds. So that's that. I'll go ahead and explain it when we get the gameplay down. You could go ahead and look at the stats here. We've got a lot of critical hit chance. We've got a lot of critical hit damage. I would prefer to trade more critical hit chance for more damage. But this still works. This is not a problem. If I could get 400, I think that would be the best for me. Let's go ahead. I'm going to activate the skills here, and you can see a difference. So we've got energy armor, and we've got weapon damage, or force weapon. So let's talk about the skills. So we've got Hydra. It is a off damage. I like to call it off damage. And basically, it's just there to apply magma on the ground, get that damage over time for Firebirds. We've got Blizzard, again, another off damage skill. And again, it's just for the damage over time, Firebirds. So these two, they're going to be coexisting with each other. We've got the energy armor. It's going to be providing us extra armor. And also we're using prismatic armor, so that's going to be giving us more resistance. Now, this is for solo play. I like to use this one for solo play. If I were to play with a group, I would be going ice armor and crystallize. Now, why crystallize? When you're struck by melee, you're going to be getting additional armor. So you can go and read the description there. But why ice armor specifically? Because since you don't need Unity for group play, you could go ahead and use the Hail of Arliss if you have one. And this one's pretty good. It has intelligence, critical damage, it's got cooldowns, and a socket. So what makes this ring so special, really great, is that it comes with a free skill. We're using Ice Armor for the protection, and also we're going to be getting Frost Nova with it. And basically, it's going to be providing more crowd control. It's going to be providing more defenses. So just an example here. If you're getting surrounded by minions and they're striking at you, you've got no teleports, well, you can get a chance to cast Frost Nova and then teleport out there with Illusionist. We'll go and explain the skills a little more here. So we've got Magic Weapon, Force Weapon, just a steroid basically. It's just going to be sitting at my bar, my skill bar. We've got Black Hole. Like I stated before, this is your core damage. This is going to be the one that's going to be providing crowd control, and that's going to be blowing up for a lot of damage. So this one, we're going to be getting as much cooldown as we can so we can bring this up fast. And also teleport Wormhole so we can go ahead and kite efficiently. We can kite on the other side of walls. We can go ahead and, if we do make a mistake with the first teleport, we can go ahead and readjust with the second one. So teleport is going to be a great skill for us. Let's go and talk about the passives. Unstable Anomaly. If I mess up, if you mess up, and we die, alright, we got to revive. But with Unstable Anomaly, it makes it so that we get a second chance. So this is a really great skill to use. I've got Blur here. It basically gives me more protection. We could argue that, the higher greater rift you go, you don't need protection anymore because you're just going to die anyways. But I still like the protection. I don't think it's bad at all. It's your choice, really. This could be a free slot of your choice, but I'll leave that to your decision. Illusionist is very important for this build. Like I stated here for teleports, if you do mess up your teleport and you need to get out there as fast as you can, Illusionist is going to be saving you. So if you take a certain amount of percentage in life, cooldown for teleport is going to be refreshed. So if it is on cooldown, well, what do you know? You got it back. So Illusionist is very important, and Evocation for that cooldown. So those are the skills right there. Let's go and talk about maps real fast. So we're going to be talking about maps. Penguin Force's maps. What's so special about maps? Well, it's all about positioning. We've got to watch out for positioning. I'm going to be giving you guys two examples here real fast. I'll go ahead and try to explain it as best as I can. So here's a map here. It's the Keep Depths. It's one of the Greater Rift levels that are provided, and of course Greater Rifts. And one thing that we got to watch out for, I'm going to be highlighting with my mouse if you can see. We've got linear areas and we've got open areas. The best solution for you to fight in is open areas. You can see where you have more area to fight in, and you can go ahead and see where Frozen is placed or Thunderstorm is placed. So again, you have more area to fight in. So we want to try to be fighting these open areas. I'll go ahead and point some out here. We've got one here. We've got a small one here. We've got another one here. And another one right here as well too. Danger zones. One thing that we want to watch out for is linear areas, hallways. Again, if Frozen is being applied, there's a very tight gap. So either you have to go forward or you have to go backwards. So we want to watch out for linear areas here. One great thing about this map that I wanted to show, again, the Keep Depths map, is if you can see carefully, let's try to get a good example. Right here. That's a good example. If we're in danger of this linear area, Frozen's being applied on the ground, we need to get out now, hurry. We can teleport to the other side of the wall and we're safe. We've got that second teleport because of wormhole. So if you want to go back in when Frozen is cleared, we can go ahead and hop back in. If not, we've got that choice. So again, this map is really good. Just a couple examples where you can teleport. So see again, we've got this area, we've got the big clunky area, and we've got the linear. Again, we got the linear, and we could teleport to this side. Again, even in this small pocket area, we can teleport through those walls. So this is one great example of a pretty good map. It is linear at places, but also you have options of teleporting to other distant areas as well too. More open areas. And also another area, the second map that I want to give an example of is the Spider Caverns, which is also provided in Greater Rifts. So one thing that we've got to watch out here is two things. One, there is a linear area, but there is nowhere to teleport on the sides. So if you're being attacked, there's Frozen or Thunderstorm, you either have two choices. You go backwards or you go forwards, and that's it. Probably don't want to go forwards because you don't know what's on the other side, so probably have to go back. So again, it's all about options you got to watch out for. So that's the linear area. The second thing that we got to watch out for is these pockets. They can be dangerous at times. Now, this is a big, wide open area. It can be. That's good. That's great. We have a lot of room to kite around. The mobs can go ahead and follow us. But we've got to watch out for these pocket areas. If you try to teleport on the other side, sometimes you get caught. Not inside, but you'll be getting caught not teleporting to the other side. So just watch out for those small areas. Other than that, I do like this map. It depends also on the monsters as well, which we're going to be showing right now. In fact, we're going to go ahead and get into gameplay here. Let's go ahead and check out our stats here real fast. We'll go get our actives up. So we go ahead and see if we got all of our correct items here. Just to make sure, you want to make sure everything is correct. Okay, so we got that one. All right, so we're going to be doing a 38 for now, just for a short example. And also the correct skills, just to make sure. Mammoth Apocalypse. Okay, all right. Oh, and also another thing, Paragon points. So let's start at core. Movement speed. The reason why I go movement speed and arcane power first is because they have a max limit, 50-50. Intelligence, vitality, they don't have a max limit. So I like to max these out first. If you look at my boots, they don't have movement speed. It's your choice as a stat. My choice, I don't like it at all. So again, you can decide. So that's movement speed, maximum arcane power, good. We've got the critical hit damage, that's great, and also cooldowns, okay, good. We've got the armor and life percent. This is your choice. I like to go armor first because wizards naturally roll for intelligence. They naturally roll all resist. So I like to go armor. It's your choice. All resist or life percent. For me, I feel fine with the all resist, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to get more HP. And then utility, of course, is going to be area damage and resource cost reduction because it does benefit from the cooldowns. It does benefit from the maximum arcane power. So let's go ahead and get this going. Let's get the show on the road. Here we go. 38. All right. I might do bad. I might do good. We'll see what happens. All right. So before we start, let me go ahead and show you where I'm here. I'm at 87 right now. And this is for tier 40, Greater Rift 40 that I've completed. But I don't know. Maybe I'll make a fool of myself on 38. Maybe something bad will happen. Maybe I'll die. But I'm just going to go explain the map and the monsters. Here we go. Wish me luck, guys. Oh, man. I hope I don't embarrass myself. Alright, so what do I think about this area? It is a dangerous area. I don't like this area at all because there is no hallways to teleport on the other side. What about the monsters? What do I think about the monsters? I love the monsters. So far, they're easy to kite, especially the big guy. I like to call him Big Boy. We've got the big boys, really, really great. They provide a lot of purple stat for the bar, and also they're really easy to kite. They do a lot of damage if you get hit, but if you do manage to kill them, they provide a lot of purple stat. Now guys, when I do say purple, I do mean the bar right here. On the stream, I always say purple, so apologies on my part. I don't mean to confuse you guys. Yellow. So we do have a yellow champion here. We did stick around a little too long, but not a problem at all. I usually like to clear the first area that I walk into. So I'm going to be clearing that first area. We're going to go ahead and keep moving on here. We did kill the yellow. Now, yellow champions here, you want to try to put the burn damage, the Firebird damage over time, and then just keep moving on. I like to call it walk the dog. Let them follow you. Don't get too far away. If you do go too far away, they are going to be losing that damage over time. You're not going to be getting that purple. Yeah, you're not going to be getting the purple. I'll just call it purple, like I stated. We do have a pylon here. Right, so I'm just officially moving around. I don't want to be stopping like I stated earlier when I was talking about that amulet. Don't want to be stopping. Okay, so let's talk about the monsters. One big thing we've got to watch out for is ranged. Ranged monsters are a big pain. So the Exorcist is a good example. He's a tanky monster, and also he does a lot of damage. We're going to keep pushing on here. We did have that yellow. We did stick around a little too long. I'm focusing on talking a lot here, but it's not a problem at all. We did kill the yellow. And also we have shield pylon. We're just going to pick this up automatically. Now, why didn't I pick it up earlier? Because I wanted to see if there was something ahead of over here. But since there wasn't, just go ahead and pick it up. Not a problem. And we just keep moving on. Also, another thing that you can decide if you should pick up the pylon or not is look at how much progression that you've made. If you have small progression, go ahead and pick it up. Again, it all depends on what's going on. We've got two blues. We're going to go ahead and stick around. Blues, they don't have a lot of HP compared to yellows. They do have HP, don't get me wrong, but not compared to yellows. Okay, alright, so I did use a potion there, not a problem. Well, again, we're still moving around. We still have teleport up. We've got the thunderstorm. We're moving around still. Now, again, if I do go far away, they are going to lose that Firebird damage over time. Do want to watch out. So we did kill the two. We killed one of the blues, so we will go ahead and continue pressing forward. We're at a dead end. The big thing. Again, I'm going to be talking randomly here, guys, so apologies. Just what I see on the screen I'm going to be talking about. But one thing that I forgot to mention is make sure watch out for spending too much arcane power. Make sure watch out for that. For me, it's just Blizzard once and then just keep moving along. I'm going to be spamming more of Hydra instead. And also casting Blizzard when I do have it ready. We did level up. That means we do get full HP. We do have a power pylon. We're going to go ahead and pick it up when the cooldown for teleport is up. And bam, here we go. So we're going to go ahead and pick it. Let's go. Let's try to find something. We're not going to worry about whites right now. We're going to be worrying about getting that elite. Now again, this does depend. If you feel more confident, you can go ahead and do this. It's not a problem. I feel, you know, somewhat confident, so I'm going to be pushing forward. And we don't have to worry about those guys at all. We're just going to get pushing forward. I like this. This is a, we get to see another map here, so this is great. This is just a standard, this is just a one-way, not randomly generated. So we should know where we're going here. This can be an okay layout. There are big areas. That's not a problem. There are some ledges that you can teleport on the other side as well too. I do like to clear the front area first of the map to make sure that I do have somewhere to kite. And we have two champs there, so we're just gonna go ahead. Again, I feel confident, so I'm gonna press forward. But I don't recommend if you are fighting two champs, I would not recommend fighting or pressing on going forward. So we did kill the two champs. That means we have plenty of space to go ahead and kite. Now we've got a yellow here. This is a good example of what I'm going to be doing. When we see that he has the fire damage over time, which he does, we're just going to keep going. Again, I call it walking the dog. Just let him follow you, you know. Let him keep on going. Let him be interested. So he's still following me. I'm not casting Blizzard too much. Repositioning my Hydra. We've got Waller. We're going to go ahead and teleport out of the way. I tried to teleport that time as well, but the timer ran up. It's about 3 seconds that you have to teleport the second time. So he's still following us. We've got another yellow. So again, the rule here that I would recommend is don't press on. Only if you feel confident. If the monsters feel right. Now, I didn't talk about the monsters, so that's a good topic here that we can talk about. The monsters are actually not that bad. I think the monsters are actually pretty good. Some of them are manageable to kite, but for example, these birds, they do shoot out these fireballs, so that can be problematic. But it's very slow, you know, projectile, so it's not a problem at all. We do have the fire damage over time, so we're gonna go ahead. That was really dumb of me, so ran into the fire. Gotta watch out for that. Go ahead and use a potion. We do have the fire damage over time. We want to watch out for that, so we're just gonna keep pushing on forward. We're gonna play. We're gonna lay down the blizzard right there. We got a pylon. It's conduit, not bad. We're not gonna pick it up yet. Let's see what the situation is first. We're not gonna pick it up yet. So there's no enemies. I just walked a couple of movements forward. So now we're gonna pick it up, and we're just gonna keep pressing forward. Conduit is a short. It's nothing too long. Doesn't last too long. So I'm just gonna pick it up and just see if I can get a blue here, blue or yellow champ. Again, I want to state one more time here. If I do stutter, if I do make it a confusion of description, I do want to apologize on my part. But anything that's in the top of my head, I'm just saying it out loud right now. Okay, so projectiles. Again, we got a new map. This is a really good example here. We've got a new map. We've got archers. So again, ranged minions. Be careful of these guys. They do hurt. They are, I would say, a medium projectile speed. So you got to watch out for that. You got to try to dodge as best you can. But they are really weak to kill. Alright, excuse me. They're really easy to kill. Guys, I see a health globe right here. So see, this is a good example. We could go ahead and teleport. Let's say, for example, we're in danger right here. We can teleport to the other side. Let's say we're in danger right here. We can teleport to the other side. We've got a big opening area, so we're definitely going to be trying to stick around this area. Unless if we are in danger, we're going to go ahead and teleport out, of course. I'm seeing it is a yellow. I'm looking at the side right here. It is a yellow, so we're going to go ahead and press forward. We've got a lot of projectile minions here. We've got the quill coats and we've got the archers so far, so that's not really great. If this was a higher greater rift, I would definitely be taking caution here. We're going to pick up the health globe and we're going to press forward. We've got another one here, blue. So again, that rule, make sure if you got two champs, try not to press forward. We're in a danger spot right here. I could have teleported on the other side. I could have. Alright, okay. Oh, we got the Rift Guardian already. Holy God, alright. Crusader King. This guy is a little tough. He naturally has Jailer on him. He does shoot minions. He does have projectiles. And he constantly has a teleport. So make sure, watch out for this guy. I would keep my distance back. Again, watch out for that Jailer. This is a bigger area, so we can go ahead. I would recommend fighting in the bigger area. I see him teleporting, so I'm trying to get out of the way. I'll keep pressing forward here. Now, one thing here that I'll talk about is when you're making progression on your purple bar and you know you're almost finished and you see a pylon, I would advise not clicking on it. It could help you out for that Rift Guardian. If you don't have enough time, definitely do gotta watch out. Again, it's gotta be your choice, you know. You gotta play smart when you do this stuff. We'll go ahead and keep going here. So just laying down the damage, trying to stay away from him. Another thing that we're gonna watch out for as well is how far away the pylon is. Because if you activate the Rift Guardian, you gotta walk all the way back and all the way forward. So if you do have enough time, you can go ahead and kite him back. You can do that, that's not a problem. If you're running short, I would advise to run towards the conduit or the channeling. Conduit is okay. It doesn't do as much damage as it does before. I would rather advise to get power or channeling. So again, we want to try to stay not too far away because we want Cormac to attack him. We want to try to benefit our Bane of the Powerful as much as we can. So anything that he hits, anything that that hits him is going to be taking that damage, that extra Bane and trap damage. They're going to be getting slowed. Anything else that I gotta say? Again, don't spam too much arcane power. You gotta watch out for your arcane power resource. If you do have struggle with spending too much, you can go ahead and use Cinder Coat. That's not a problem at all. I do recommend using Cinder Coats, but for me personally, no, I don't. I choose not to use it. So again, just gonna be talking randomly here, just random facts. See, Jailer, gotta watch out for that one. Especially those higher rifts are gonna be hurting a lot. I'll watch out for it. He's teleporting. I usually try to get close. If I lay Black Hole and the enemy is teleporting or moving around, I usually try to get close to the target so he doesn't move at all. So see, he was gonna teleport, it seemed like, but I got closer to him. Let's see if we can get a good example down before he dies. I don't know if we can get a good example. We'll go lay the Black Hole down. See, he didn't teleport, but I hope that you guys know what I'm talking about there. 2 champs. Make sure try not to exceed it. Only if you feel confident. That's not a problem at all. Let's see here. We got Firebird boots. We got a staff. I am going to be making a second video, guys. This is Rift Guardian, or excuse me, this is Greater Rift 38. We're going to be trying to do 39 and 40 and so on and so forth. I'll probably just for the higher rifts, about like 40 and up, I'll probably just post something that was on the stream that I previously streamed before. But that's that. I want to thank you guys for stopping by here, and I wish you good luck on your greater rifts as well. If you guys do have any questions, I'm here to help you guys out. So go ahead and comment in the YouTube video. That's not a problem at all. But my goal is to try to help you guys out. So any additional questions, I'll go ahead and try to help you guys out. But other than that, look forward to some videos. I'm going to be still post. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Again, I'm not the best wizard, but I feel like I can learn from you guys as well too. I can help you guys out, and you guys can return the favor by helping me out as well. But other than that, thanks guys very much. You could go ahead and check out the information on the side and also above as well too. But I'm going to be taking off, and you guys take care. And we'll see what happens next time. So, see you later.